Marketing Podcast is brought to you by Esther of IPA Group, bringing premier online promotion to your business.
And Melanie of Stomp Social Media Training, who empowers business owners to manage social media and marketing for themselves.
And welcome back to another episode of the Monday Morning Marketing Podcast. Today we're talking lead magnets. What are they and why do you need them?
Well, why do you think we need a lead magnet? Do we have a lead magnet? We do, don't we?
Well, if you don't at the time of recording, we will have.
So what is a lead magnet? A lead magnet is something that you give to a prospective customer that's like free and incentivized and hopefully timely. And they get this free lead magnet from you because they give you their contact details.
Yeah, so it's quid pro quo. So you get something that you want and they get something that they want. So obviously it works like a magnet. They have to be attracted to it. So it has to be something that you're offering that is attractive. And in return, they will be likely to give. So common lead magnets are things like ebooks or taking a quiz online or, I don't know.
Courses.
Yeah, simple courses.
Checklists.
Some lead magnets are paid and others are free.
Yeah.
So the more detailed and the more in-depth you go, then you can start charging for it. But if it's something like a 10-step checklist, you might just want to give it away for free because at the end of the day, you're getting something valuable in return, being their email addresses and names.
We do actually have lead magnets. It's in the form of our Etsy store and they go onto our email list.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
I do like our Etsy store. It's very cool.
We don't mention it enough. We should mention it more.
We do. We have merch in case anybody didn't pick up that we have an Etsy store because we have merch. But there's also lots of other lead magnets that you can have, and they're very useful because it gets people into the top of your sales funnel. So, do you want to explain the sales funnel a bit?
Well, the sales funnel is something that we've discussed quite in length on a couple of other podcasts. But the whole point of the sales funnel is to attract as many people to the top of your funnel as possible, because you know it's going to take, you're going to have to be in the right sort of mindset. You have the right problem that you can solve in order to convert it and bring them down to the bottom of the sales funnel to a sale or a conversion. So in order to do this, you need to create a lead magnet that's not going to cost you an absolute bomb to create in the first place and be useful and target it to the right audience.
Yeah.
So my suggestion to you is if you don't get it, and if you already do use it, Canva. They have got so many useful templates, and they've got checklists, and they've even got video courses that you can repopulate with your own information. And you can create a lead magnet in there very cost effectively. I will admit you do tend to get slightly more options when you go for the paid, the Canva Pro,
yeah.
But it's not vastly expensive, especially annually. And at the time of recording, it was €107-ish. So it's worth considering using that as some, if you haven't got the time to look at it. Or you can outsource this kind of thing to a virtual assistant.
Absolutely. Or even, talk to your web designer if you're going to be putting it onto your website and ask for their opinion on things that they've seen that has worked in the past. I was just remembering there, though, that not all lead magnets need to get their email addresses. You can have lead magnets on things like WhatsApp, and therefore you add them to a group on WhatsApp messaging and have their phone number. Instead, you get different pieces of information from them, but it all has to, like we said at the start, it all has to be relevant. It has to be something that you want to get from them. So if one of the things that you particularly want, or if you sell stuff that's seasonal or birthday gifts, you'll want to get their birthday information from them, whether it's on the initial sign up or asking them for extra information.
So you've got all this data. So you need to make sure that you're determining what problem they have and you're solving it. So the key to getting a really good lead magnet is to put yourself in your audience's shoes. What is keeping them awake at night? What is, an everyday struggle that they're having?
Yeah.
Can your lead magnet solve this for them and be sure to drive a lot of conversions?
Yeah. And are they looking for it in video format, in downloadable format, in ebook, printed? What way will they consume the information that they want to receive? It's because, again, you must think of it as a two-way street. So it's not
Definitely.
just, I want their email addresses, they must give me their email addresses or phone number. You have to be willing to give something in return, because their email address and phone number are highly valuable when it comes to marketing.
Yeah. And it doesn't end there. You've got to be able to clearly explain what's in it for them so that you can kind of sell it, I suppose. So explain how easy it is to use or implement. Maybe you can even explain to people, by doing this or following this checklist, you'll see results in a week or a month.
Yeah.
And even if you're brave enough, you can say that your ebook or checklist or whatever is better than other solutions.
Yeah. And from your ebook, once they download your ebook, inside that, you can give them information on other things that you offer that are paid or more expensive than what they paid for the ebook or the download. So you
Yeah.
can use that as an upsell. Like we said, this is the start of your funnel, or one of the pieces of your funnel, and you want to keep as many people as possible in that funnel and siphoning down through so that they will buy or spend more with you. So whether that be in the form of, now that you are a valued member of my WhatsApp group or my email list, then 3 months later, you send them a discount code for your new product, or ask 2 or 3 people to be guinea pigs for your new product.
And beta testing,
Beta testing, continue the momentum, but do not spam them. This is one of the pet peeves that people have, and why so many more people are reluctant to give their information or to download things, because they don't want the emails constantly and being reminded, and, oh, because you downloaded this 10 months ago, I can still even, no. Okay. Well, if just calm your horses.
And I think people tend to stop at just the one lead magnet as well. Some people consume information in a ebook. You could also do a short video on that ebook as well. So you can repurpose your lead magnets in different ways to suit the way people learn and absorb this information. I mean, Esther and I, we've had a real good laugh over the years. I never ever read instructions. I'm the sort of person that goes home after picking something up and watches a video first.
Yeah. Whereas I just plug it in and see if it works. I don't even.
That's even worse than me.
Yeah, I just, well, if I break it, then, I'll figure out a way to fix it. But yeah, lead magnets are one of those things that too many people are forgetting to use in their marketing. And like Melanie said, you could put one form of lead magnet on your website, another form on your social media, another way for people to contact you through your email list that you already have. You want people to also find great value in this, that they will even share it with their friends and family. You want them to get to the point where they want to include other people in the great value that they have found inside your download, ebook, video, etc., etc.
But you've got to be very, very careful how you go about it. How are you going to promote it? And this is where I personally struggle with, Esther, to be honest. Are you going to do a how-to? Is it going to be, are you going to sort of dangle the answer and say, this is how I came to this solution, or do like a complete guide, or do a white paper, or, I don't know always how to put across my solution. especially when it's a lead magnet, actually, because at least I've got the space and time to do it in a blog, which I prefer, as you know.
Yeah.
But when it comes to lead magnets, it's got to be punchy.
Yeah, but you got to look at it as well that just like your website and your social media, it's always evolving. And just because you try one thing and it might not get the momentum that you want, you can change it. Nobody's going to hold you down to it and go, hey, you had that lead magnet on for 1 month, 7 months ago, and now it's back, or now it's disappeared. Nobody's going to care if you change up
No.
the format and instead of an ebook, you're only offering it in video form, or instead of not giving away the solution for a minimal amount of money, you are giving away the solution for even more money on the ebook. It's up to you and how, use it as a trial and error format so that you can go through and put in the building blocks. I mean, start off with a checklist, start off with a how to, move on, evolve, make it so that by the end of maybe 10, 15 years in business, you have this whole course ready. And all you give away at the start is these are the bullet points of what we'll be studying in this course. Come join us.
So in your opinion, Esther, because you guys deal with websites, do you think the best lead magnets work best from a website?
You always want to have people landing on your website because your website is your personal platform. So if you think about it, you don't own any of your information on Meta, on X, on LinkedIn, on any of them. If they want to close down your platform at any time, and I've seen this recently on TikTok, they've been closing down a few of the people that I follow for apparently no apparent reason. Nothing is jumping out at them and saying, oh, it's because of this or because they violated whatever community guidelines. Nobody knows why it happens, but it is happening. People lose access to their Facebook pages. They lose access to their X accounts. They get blocked. They get banned. But your website, as long as you pay your domain and your hosting, it'll be there. So number one place for your lead magnet will be there, and then promote it on the other places. Promote it on Google Business Profile. Promote it on Google Ads, Bing Ads, all of the places that you want to be seen, because the internet is a worldwide web. It's not just local.
Yeah. And that's actually very good examples of why you should be doing all of that. So find what your lead magnet is going to be, create a solution, put it on your website, do some sort of attention grabbing headline.
Yeah, call to action.
Do a call to action, a great image that really explains a lot of what you do. And if you are going to use sort of like a contact form, keep it short. You don't need really a huge amount of information. And I think if you can send people off to different email lists. So if somebody's interested in, because hopefully you'll have multiple lead generation documents, then if you can send people who are interested in products to one email list and services to another email list, then it makes your email marketing that more effective.
Definitely. But the number one key is to give value. And on that note, we will end for today's episode. Thank you for joining us as always, and we'll be back soon with another Monday Morning Marketing podcast. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye everyone. Have a great week. Do you know though, that was a pretty useful podcast.
It was. And we do.
I surprised myself how useful we are at times.
At times.